Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. My name is Rafi Ali, and I'm here to make tech easy for you, especially high level. So, in today's training video, we're going to basically go through on how to set up the pipeline and how to automate its pipeline stages, how to add lead value to it, and all of that cool stuff. I've seen on Upwork lately that a lot of people are posting job projects on there for pipelines and asking in the community group on how to do it. But like in my opinion, it's one of the most easiest things and of high level and one of the most quickest things you can set up on high level. So basically that's what we're going to go through on this video. Now let's just quickly start with our pipeline on how we can set up pipeline and its different stages on high level. So first of all, you would have to log into your high level account and go to opportunities. From opportunities, here on top you would see opportunities, and right next to it you would see pipeline. So here, once you go to the pipeline, you can also access it by going to the settings, but it is much faster this way. So you go to opportunities. From here, you click on pipeline, and then this window will open. I already have one one different pipeline created, but let's create a new one from scratch. So for that, I would click on here, which is create new pipeline. We would give it a name. Let's call it sales pipeline. And then here we can go ahead and add different stages. So it can be new lead, convo in progress, booked, and let's call the last one disqualified. Disqualified. We hit on save. And then we go back to opportunities. From here, from this drop down, and the second drop down here, you click on here, and from here you can just basically navigate between different pipeline stages. You can go back and forth, and you can do some other cool stuff here as well. Like you can select the date range that you want to see your pipeline in, like how many calls were booked. Let's say you want to see how many calls were booked last month. So you can just quickly go in here, select the date range, and it would show you the data accordingly. After that, there's some other stuff as well. You can go and see which leads are assigned to which person. Like in my pipeline, there are people, me and my virtual assistant. So I can see if you're assigning leads to different users in your pipeline stage. Let's say you have a sales team, you can also view that by going, let's say I go to Rafaeli here, and then it would show me all the leads that are assigned to me in this pipeline in different stages. Here from the campaign, you can go here and you can like navigate among different campaigns that are set up on your high level account, but this will be removed very soon. After that, here from here, the last one where it says open, this is to basically see the status of the leads. So when you're using high level, there are these four different statuses. One is open, which is the default one. Whenever a lead comes, it's open. The other one is one, third one is lost, and the last one is abandoned. So these are like different statuses that you can set up. You can set them up manually. You can have them all automated in your pipeline stage, depending at what stage they are. And what basically this is going to do, this is going to contribute to the statistics on your dashboard. So if you go to your dashboard, you can see they are this under opportunities. You can see they are this open, how many leads are open, how many are closed, how many are lost. Then the pipeline value, it says that, it shows the same things, and all of this data, this conversion rate, this also manipulates depending on how many leads have been closed out of the total number of leads, like how many leads statuses have been changed to one out of all the leads in your CRM. So this is how easily and how quickly you can set up your pipeline, and then you can just add in the filters to view data of different depending on different variables. Now let's go to automations and see how we can create one. How we can create an automation which basically automates everything in your pipeline. So we go to automations, we click on create workflow. From here we go to start from scratch, click create a new workflow, and now we are into the workflow. Hit load. So your workflow, there are going to be two things in your workflows: triggers and actions. When it comes to triggers, you would be able to see like different things here. When it comes to pipeline, there would be triggers for your pipeline as well. For example, the one trigger is, which is very awesome, it is pipeline stage changed. You select that, you go to filters. From here, you go to in pipeline, let's say sales pipeline, and from here you select again and you go to pipeline stage, and then you select the pipeline stage. So what this is going to do is, what we are telling here to go high level, that whenever the pipeline stage is changed to this one, or if we remove this and say whenever the lead is moved to this pipeline, then perform this certain action, then let the lead come inside this workflow, and whatever actions you have set up, execute those ones. After that, let's look for other pipeline triggers. So the other one is pipeline status changed. So I think the name already tells you a lot about it. So it would be here, you can select in which pipeline it is. Let's say sales pipeline. We can say move to status. It would be like which status it moved to. So let's say if we change the status of a lead to 1, then what we're basically telling here to the workflow, that whenever a lead status is changed to 1 in sales pipeline, let that lead enter in this workflow. Let's see some other here, some other filters as well. Now this is moved from status. So whenever a lead is moved from a certain status to a different status, so if I remove this filter, so if I say that whenever a lead is moved from status open, perform this certain action, whatever actions that we set up. And then the third workflow trigger that you can use, and this is also very good, a very good workflow trigger that you can use, and this would also allow you to not let your leads go cold. It is stale opportunities. So this is basically, in this trigger, you tell the workflow that whenever a lead is in a certain pipeline stage, or in this pipeline, if you in this pipeline for a certain number of time, like a certain number of days, then perform all the actions which are set up below. So like we select the pipeline first, and we select the pipeline stage, and then we set up the duration. And let's say if I set up the duration 180. So here what I'm telling the workflow is basically that whenever a lead in sales pipeline in convo in progress stage, a lead is there for 180 days, then perform this action. And this is a kind of trigger that you can use, and it can be very useful, let's say for lead nurture processes, or for those leads which are for opt-in leads which are in the new lead stage section for more than 7 days, then perform this action, or send this SMS, or add this tag, or let us know, notify the setter or the closer. So this is also one of the best features, one of the best triggers that you can use in regards with in regards with pipeline and opportunities. After that, let's look for what kind of actions you can perform when it comes to pipeline. So here you can create and update an opportunity. So here basically you tell the lead. So now let's say we say that a lead is in this pipeline, new lead for 7 days. Let's take this as a scenario. So here we are telling the workflow, if a lead is in the sales pipeline in the new lead stage for more than 7 days, then what do I want it to do is, I want the lead to move to disqualified. So we will choose the action step, create or update opportunity. From here, we will choose the pipeline. I've chosen the same pipeline, sales pipeline, and then I've chosen the stage disqualified. And then we can also here, if you go below here, you can add the lead value. So what is a lead value? Lead value is basically, let me go, is the pipeline value. So whenever you assign a lead value in this action step, what is going to happen, that it's going to add a value to it, and that value and all the collective values of all the leads inside your CRM would be shown here as one. And then you would also be able to see that out of all the leads that have been closed, like how much do they worth, or how much do they potentially worth, and out of all the leads that you lost, how much they were potentially worth. and it's just a good number to have to keep track of everything and keep yourself like motivated and stuff. So you can add that as well. Then here, this button, which is allow opportunity to move to any previous stages in pipeline, if you turn this on, what this is going to do is this is going to allow the leads to go back in pipeline stages. So the whole concept of pipeline stage is that it starts from the first stage and then it goes to the last stage in the pipeline, and that's where the deal is closed. But if you ever want to move a lead back, like take a step back in pipeline stage, make sure make sure that this setting is turned on. If it's not, then the action would not be executed. Then when it comes to opportunity name and opportunity source, for opportunity name, you can leave it blank because in most of the scenarios you would be leaving it blank, as GoHighLevel would automatically generate the name. The same thing goes for the source. Let's say if the source is Facebook ads, then you can add in this as well, and it is very helpful to keep track of where your leads are coming from and all of that stuff. Now let's look for some other pipeline action steps. So the other one is remove opportunity. So here it basically, what it does is it removes a lead from the whole pipeline. So let's say here, let's delete this action step. Now let's say my trigger is that whenever a lead is in the sales pipeline in the new lead stage for more than 7 days, then just completely remove it from this pipeline. So that's what we are telling here in this workflow. And these are all the like automations that you can do with your pipeline. Remember, there are three triggers that you can use for your pipeline. One is stale opportunities. It is when a lead is in the pipeline in a certain stage for this number of time. The other one is opportunity status change. If the lead status have been changed to one or lost or abandoned or whatever, then perform this certain action. And then the last one is pipeline stage changed. So this trigger is that whenever a pipeline stage is changed, it is moved inside the pipeline, then perform a certain action. So these are the triggers. And for actions, you have two actions that you can use in the workflows. One is create an update opportunity, like uh, put the lead in this specific pipeline in this specific stage, or remove opportunities. And these are the two action steps that you have with pipeline in GoHighLevel. So that's pretty much it with today's training video. As you saw, like it's super easy, nothing too complicated, and it can all be done under 10 minutes when it comes to creating your pipeline, setting it all up. You can add emojis in it, you can add different things, different names, and also setting up the relevant automations with it. If this video was helpful, do make sure that you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button, as it keeps me motivated to upload more training videos regarding high level and make tech easy for you. Until next time, guys, have a nice day ahead. Bye bye.